It's a first ever test match between France and Uruguay. And an opportunity for the home team straight off the kickoff there. I thought it might have gone forward off the hand of Sekou Makalu. But it'll be a defensive line-out for Uruguay. Yeah, there was a knock-on. You heard the referee, Ben O'Keefe there.
Yeah, well, they got the timing wrong there.
Gabon-Villiers, just one of three players to back up after that thrilling opening night win over the All Blacks in Paris. They might not have got to sleep for a few hours after that one. Such was the energy in the room. Different sort of task ahead of them this evening. France, big pack, and a first scrum early. Santi Arata will feed the scrum just outside the Uruguayan 22. We'll have a reset. See Makalu there, wearing 7, but playing on the blind side. This scrum.
He's not going to pull back. He stays square, just like
Boudéon in the 6 shirt over on the open side. Jean-Baptiste Gros, Pierre Bougaritin, Dorian Aldeguerri. In the front row for France, up against Matteo Sanguinetti. Up near 80 caps all time, but a couple of relatively more inexperienced players, Pujadas and Pekulo, alongside him. Penalty France. We had the reset. But the Uruguayan front row went down. Collapsing the scrum is the call.
Yeah, Sanguinetti it was. Who was highlighted, the one that went straight to ground under the pressure. You can see on the hit. That's a good one from France, and he just folds right there. Shoulders below hips. Always a no-no, the referee. Easy one for him to call. And the French, well, they've been camped down there for the first 2.5 minutes. Got to come away with points.
That tight side locked forward. 135 kilograms, 6'8", Romain Salfofanua. And a chance for Melvin Jaminet early. Fine goal kick out. Jaminet straight down the middle. France lead 3-0 with 3 minutes gone.
On the back of a very good scrum. Good signs for France early on their front row. Putting on the pressure. Something Uruguay really pride themselves on. Scrum time, that connectivity. That's a real platform for them, but they've been under pressure straight away and stuck in their own 22. So this will be a relief for them somewhat.
A bit of talk about how France will approach this game tactically. They kicked the ball a lot against New Zealand on opening night, more than any other team on opening weekend. Will they play a bit more tonight or stick to the process?
I think the first 20 minutes, you've got to stick to your plan. You've got to be able to exit in a situation exactly like now.
Philippe Echeverri restarts play to the France scrum half. 30-year-old Maxime Luku.
Okay, use it!
Ball's loose. A little messy there from France. That breakdown, and
use it!
looks like Jaminet's in the pocket here. But Luku might do the box kicking himself. Left foot, yeah, gets it away. Up towards the 10-meter line.
Luku, a very accomplished player himself. But you don't get the length as Antoine Dupont does on those clearances. He was under pressure as well, so that's a good chase. Uruguay will try and fancy themselves. They have to be accurate.
Line out well taken by Felipe Aliaga on the occasion of his 24th birthday. Ardao with the short ball to his captain, Vilaseca. who plays for Vannes in the Pro D2, the second division here in France. The bulk of these players play for the Penarol Club and Super Rugby Americanos, and there's Andres Villaseca once more. And the Lusepro Sanguinetti. Echeverri works the cross kick over the top. Well read by Chamonix, but might work out for Uruguay, and it does! Vamos, los Teros! It is Uruguay who have the first try of the game. And it is Nicolas Freitas.
Well, look at these running lines from the skipper, Villa Seca. That was the second one, and to set up this opportunity, the kick pass on the left foot. It bounces, they don't react well out wide to France, but that guy does, Nicolas Freitas. What a start for Uruguay.
Yeah, Freitas said during the week that as soon as they wear this jersey, we know that they represent a lot of people, their family, their friends, their clubs. Their president is here watching the game tonight, so he said that is a bonus, and he said we will try to represent our country in the best way possible. I think that's a pretty good way to start.
Well, it's Romania, the island all over again. First try of the game. And here's the man who assisted the try, Felipe Echeverri. Difficult kick from wide out. Just goes to the left-hand side of the post. So Uruguay, a 2-point lead over France.
And that was all set up from a nice line out and two outstanding line runs from Andres Villaseca, the skipper, and then it opened up wide. And I like those back balls and moved the ball very quickly to Uruguay, and it paid dividends in.
Few running repairs for Andres Villaseca. Only player to have played every minute this year for Los Teros. Here's Manuel Ardao. His little brother Diego captains the Los Teros Sevens team on the World Series. Arata again, kicks off the base. Here's Antoine Astor from La Rochelle, kicks it high. Chamonix on the chase, and he has it, the France fullback. Attacking opportunity. Vincent to Gelon, his first carry of the match, the France captain. Tal for Fanua now. Advantage France. Free hit here for Max Luku, who sees a bit of space in behind. Look at him go, the Bordeaux-Begley scrum half. 10 metres out now, France. They pick and they go through Pierre Bougarit. Luku pops it up off the deck to Tal for Fanua.
You're okay? Pillar's offside, no advantage.
Another penalty, offside this time.
I like the way the home team
Offside. This player was fine.
is using
Just the offside.
the opportunities around the ruck area. First it was Luku to make the initial break, and there was a couple of pick and goes on the back of that. Jean-Baptiste Gros was one of those players, and they got well behind the advantage line of Uruguay. Taufi Fanua took a nice shot. The counter-up comes, but here's the initial break from Maxime Luku.
Let's go, please. Sit.
He's a clever player. Maxime Luku, been around for a long time. He played over 100 games for Biarritz before he went to Bordeaux-Begley. I think they're trying to outdo the Stade de France here in Lille tonight. Big noise. France searching their first try. And another straight arm penalty at the scrum.
Now here's a decision from the French. You can easily get 3 points. You can throw it over from here. But I think they scrum up the French team. I think they make a statement right now.
Let's go. I'll be as loud as I can. Yep. We can come here.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on that loose head side of Matteo Sanguinetti. Up against Dorian Albergheri.
Good balance, stability.
Luku feeds the scrum. Gelon has it under control at the back. They might look for the second shot. No, Luku, he's going to play out the back to Astoy. Antoine Astoy. Has his first try for France.
It was the run from the fullback, Jamanet. He's a decoy, then they come round the corner of the holes and he's dragging off to finish it. Astoy. It was actually Mo Whana with a decoy run to open up the hole. Great manipulation.
Antoine Astoy has not been around for long, just his third start for France. Big news he was after the Romain Ntamack injury. And look at the smile. That's what it means to score for your country.
You're saying just your side, just control the ball, stability on the line.
Jamane's taking this way back, a long way behind the 22-metre line. He often has no problem with distance on the 45-degree angle here. There you go. Just to give himself a slightly better look at this one. The crowd will tell you the flags are up. And France are up to double figures. We thought it might be a second shove from the forwards, but the pace off the base from Luku for his fly half, Antoine Astoy. His club coach, Ronan O'Gara, down at La Rochelle, has really, really good things to say about that young man. Won him a couple of European Cups in the last 2 years. And given a big responsibility here as the number 2 choice fly half for France.
Side entry.
Another advantage for France here. Bougarit out the back to Jamanet, doing a bit of running now. France, here's Makalu. More like a winger, the speed that he runs. Here's Louis Biel-Biarré. Breaks the record, the youngest ever Frenchman, the right winger to play a test match for his country. Astoy. Mo Whana backing up after the All Blacks on Friday night. Bougarit again, full of running. An injury to Julien Marchand, first choice hooker, out for 4 weeks. Gelon down the sideline, inside to Villiers of Toulon, formerly of Rouen, up here in the north of France. Just been held back there is Bougarit. It's an advantage here to France.
Off the ball.
Yep.
Stop the pass.
They keep seen it. Astoy kicks it forward, and they'll come back for that decision.
Contact off the ball.
Well, at the moment, it's the speed of play that's really troubling the Uruguay defence. A lot of hands on hips.
Contact off
So
the
they're
ball.
having to give away penalties to just try and stop the momentum of France. But I like the mixture between backs and forwards. We had Makalu out wide, gave a beautiful pass to his right-hand winger. Then they swing it back. Jean-Baptiste Gros is running some nice holes. And it's just forcing the Uruguayan defence to come off upside.
Goal player ran into...
On the right of Fabien Gaultier there, Laurent Labitte, the attack coach, in conversation with the man. When he walked out this morning, when the team came out to warm up, an enormous roar went round this stadium, Carlton Arna. He's a charismatic figure and a crowd favourite for sure.
Well, no doubt he is. Here's the indiscretion. See the player off the ball. Sanguinetti was the one who took out Bougarit.
Melvin Jaminet kicks upwards of 88%. And there's another one.
Oh, yeah, they're feeling at the moment. Remember, Taufi Whanua, 130 kg, 6'5", with that type of skill, unbelievable at the moment. And the French team just looking a very relentless move.
Echeverry goes a different direction with the restart down to Paul Boudéon. Here's Taufi Whanua again, plenty of touches for the big man. Described in Le Monde, a newspaper this week, but it's been stolen away by Uruguay. Really well done, but then it gets knocked on. That's unfortunate. Did well to rob France of possession there.
Oh, shame, real shame. Pujadas was the one that gave the shocking pass, but it was Aliaga, the second rower, jersey number 4, getting that ball and turning it over.
Yeah, the second row teammate just couldn't get down low enough. Manuel Lendeka, could he? So hold on to that one. A great man of Uruguay and cast rugby, Rodrigo Capo Ortega. Played over 400 games for Cast. About 50 for his country as well. Came back from retirement to play at the 2019 Rugby World Cup. Absolute legend here in France and in South America. They got another free kick here at scrum time. Problems mounting here at the set piece. And Gelon wants another one.
Yeah, well, it's just a set piece scrum that's giving them worries at the moment, Uruguay.
Okay, keep the break foot out. Nothing early. Next one's a penalty. Okay.
So referee Ben O'Keefe just talking about the break foot from Pujadas. He has to keep that down. If he doesn't, and he hasn't been able to because of the pressure coming from the French front row.
We've already got a Mexican wave going around the Stade Pierre Mauroy. You'll see it in a moment in the background. There you go. Bit premature, perhaps. 17 minutes in.
Well, they haven't had a test up here in Lille, so they're going to enjoy it for all it's worth, I'm sure, Rupert.
Well, not in this stadium. There was a Rugby World Cup quarter-final here in New Zealand, Canada, 1991 across town. Astoy to Vincent, he kicks, but it's been ricocheted off Thomas Inciate in the 13 shirt for Uruguay, but France maintain it. Macalou, he'll want to make an impression, the Stade Francais. Number 7.
Okay, use it! No.
Luku. Villiers. Gelon. Bangs it back to Macalou. Grow out the back. Macalou does well to pick up the loose ball. He's been chopped to the floor. That was a really good tackle from Sanganetti, the loose head prop, but here's Woki. Loose around the fringes, not for the first time from France, but it might open up for them here. Arthur Vincent up to the 10-metre line. Jaminet to Gelon. Villiers. Quick ball that time from Aldegheri. Good hands for a tight head prop. We've got to do it all these days. Jean-Baptiste Gros. Change of direction, Gelon on the charge. Astoy. Little looping run to Villiers. Good double tackle on him, helped out by his tight head prop. Aldegheri, got to stay in field here, if possible, France. They don't do that. It was Louis-Pierre Diarra. Come all the way over from his right wing, and they'll be done for playing it on the floor.
Oh, that's great defense from Uruguay. Very connected. They force France back to this near side, and they use the sideline as an extra defender. That's great strength from Basta. He uses one hand, and then the indiscretion comes. I don't think France want to get loose. They look good initially when they're going through the middle of the park against Uruguay. If you play loose, and then become 50-50 ball.
It's really a football part of France up here in Lille in northern France. There's the local team, Lille, champions here a few years ago. Rugby takeover tonight, though, but it feels like a football atmosphere inside the Stade Pierre-Mauroy.
Guys, not straight. Ball's out here.
Oh, it's a shame they took it with their
Anthony.
right hand, wasn't straight for throwing for Pujadas. And now they're going to be straight under pressure as France call the scrum. The line has been so good and a great source.
We know that, okay? The last scrum, good height, very good. Okay, keep that height.
3 warm-up games coming into this one for Uruguay. They won them all, Chile, Namibia, and then Argentina, 15. And there's Esteban Menezes, an Argentinian, the head coach. He took them to the World Cup in 2019 in Japan as well. 8 years he's been in the job.
Coach! Binds! Sit!
Luku. And it's a free kick this time to Uruguay.
We
And
step
they will be
forward once and twice. We step forward once and twice.
relieved of
Stability
that.
before the ball in, please.
Just a couple of steps before contact, before France, so he'll just make amends to the pitch that has peeled up here. The high kick off the free kick for
10 metres.
Jaminet, who had plenty of time to bring that down. That's a bit of a wasted opportunity for Los Teros there.
Inside.
Jaminet kicks it one bounce over the sideline, but an opportunity here for Baltazar Armeija to give it to
Gold, wait!
his fly half edge of it. A couple of former Los Teros Sevens teammates there. A few of these players went to the Rugby World Cup as Sevens.
Okay, blue, hold here.
In South Africa last year.
Wait. 5 metres, play on.
Edgevetti again.
Okay, gold, wait. 10 metres here.
Jaminet has to sprint forward for this one. At times has run really well. Moefana, lovely feet from the inside centre. A dish to Makalu, and now Villiers. Bautista Basso holds him up in the tackle. They're all getting involved now. It's a maul. All they need to do now is pile in and get this one to the deck. And they do win it back. Good work defensively again. Even little Arata was involved.
Basso's been absolutely brilliant defensively. Hasn't had any ball to play with whatsoever.
Forward twice, try and hit and hold, and then we can do the work. Okay. Free kick, the next one will be a penalty as well.
Well, there you go, a warning there for the front row of France. Next one's a straight arm penalty if they don't do the right thing here.
Perfect,
Carries overwhelmingly in favour of the team in blue so far. Meters made, all the stats as you potentially expect.
It's been a great battle though. At scrum time, France dominated the start of this game for the first 12, 13 odd minutes. But Uruguay made a good comeback now they've settled in.
Santi Arata feeds it, but this time the penalty, the decision goes against Uruguay
Good
again.
stability. Number 1 pulls back and hinges. Yeah, he pulled back and hinges.
Technicality there. Again, it's some Zanetti who is pulled out of the pressure and then hinges down, so the French team say, you know what, we're going to go for the jugular and back our line out.
Well, he's the experienced man on the loose head side there, but that flat back of Dorian Aldegheri.
You could see the pressure just come on. He had no option to Sam Zanetti just go backwards and get absolutely folded.
Attacking line out for France. Pierre Bourgarit goes to the front to his captain Gelon.
Hold.
Looking for some momentum here, but have Uruguay interrupted this one? They have. It's a knock-on from France. It'll be a scrum to Uruguay.
Blue took it down.
And this is an underrated part of Uruguay's game, the dark art. You can see there, they just wrapped around. It was Linda Carr who just made a nuisance of himself. He sort of dismantled the support players of France and went right through. There's no way where to go except for down. Look at this. It's a good take by the skip. as he goes up Geelong. Look at the big number 5. He stays upright. He swims through. That's legal. And then right there, he doesn't have to move. He makes a nuisance of himself and goes right down. Great work.
Yeah, no knock-on required. They just turned that into a maul. Got it to the deck. But now, again, on their own feed is where the hard work really starts.
Fines! 6!
Smart play. Smart play from Arata. He was the one who didn't put the ball in. He saw that France were trying to get momentum. They didn't hold their weight. And a younger player would have tried to rush that in that instance. Great work from Santiago Arata.
Yeah, perhaps heard the warning previously to the French front row about the early shove. By hook or by crook, they've got themselves outside the 22, Los Teros. Guillermo Cujatzas, one of the many players who plays for the Penarol club in Montevideo. This new professional outfit, fully professional for 4 years. Awkward ball for Arata, skillful player, does well. Here's Ardao, the blindside flanker. Nice quick hands down the short side from Uruguay, getting it towards Bautista Basso. Too well to stay in field. The blue scrum cap of Matteo Sanguinetti. Bugaric just getting on the wrong side there, and they hit it up again. Penalty coming against France here.
Well, discipline from both teams. It's really made it a stop-start affair. The Uruguayans will be very happy to get piggyback
check
penalties to try and get themselves out of this 22 and even out of their own half. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm going to show you a head contact, shoulder to head by France. It's coming up now on Uruguay number 9.
Ben Whitehouse, the television match official.
It's on Arata too for Uruguay. Head contact. Oh no. Taufi Fanua's the one. Oh no.
Okay, number 5 blue.
That shoulder to head. He is dipping though. That is the mitigating circumstance for me.
Okay, Ben, we're going to yellow card this. He's going to go for review. Is there anything you want to show us?
No, all good.
Okay, back on me when you're ready. Anthony in 5. Anthony!
Well, in the context of the match,
we have foul play. It reaches the yellow card threshold because there's contact with the head. He could be lower. It's going for off-field review.
perhaps not a disaster in the context of the match, but in context of the tournament, could be a big problem. We'll see what happens. It'll go to the bunker. Card under review.
Just confirm it, Vinny, right here.
I just spoke about the discipline from both teams. From the French, that's third in a row they've given away penalties. And now Uruguay, after a sustained period of defence, the amount of confidence they get off the back of that will be massive.
Yep, just here.
Now, just to remind you,
Foul play, high contact.
there'll be 8 minutes for the foul play review official to have a look at that incident, and he will come back to referee Ben O'Keefe, he or she, and tell him whether that is upgraded to a red or remains a yellow.
Well, for me, yes, there is shoulder contact to the head, but he is dipping.
Just wait.
Arata. So there is mitigating circumstances for mine. Whether that is the TMO's thoughts as well, TBC.
So France down to 14 for the meanwhile. Lineout's overthrown and Bugaric brings it in brilliantly for France. Arata is everywhere at the moment, gets back and cleans up possession.
Play on, falling.
Astoy puts him on the deck. He was falling to the floor. You heard the voice of the referee. It's 2 lost lineouts now for Uruguay, and they're under pressure again here, despite being a player up on the field. Astoy to Moefana. Change of direction from the inside centre. He loses possession in contact. It was a good hit from Manuel Diana.
Oh, that ball needed to go from Moefana. He had 3 players outside him. He created the 3-on-2. Decides to come infield into where the big boys live. And that's a great strip by Aliaga. But what about the break initially from Pierre? Ball got hit.
The locks behind you.
From that line out, the chip and chase from number 2 showed a bit of speed too. Did the hooker. And the longer it stays like this, the longer it stays close, the more confidence Uruguay will get. And then they'll start chancing their arms. Still a very, very long way to go, obviously.
Yeah, the discipline was so good against the All Blacks, France. Single figures for 80 minutes, but just a few issues here they need to iron out. And of course, we await the decision from the bunker on Taufa Whenua.
Fine! Sit!
So a 7-man scrum for France, slightly more stable for Uruguay on that occasion. Out the back, Echeverri with a lovely ball to Freitas, the try scorer, up to the 10-metre line. He's got serious pace, but Biel Biarre does well. Now the fullback, Baltazar Amaja. Out the back to Echeverri, he can't hold on to it, the fly half. All that good work undone. Astoy's going to kick. Basso. Bit of room to move for the right winger. Maxime Lucu, though, is there for France. Here's the captain with the tape around his head, Villaseca. Plays for Van.
Advantage, 7 blue offside.
Up in the north of France as well. Echeverri's going to chip this time, just using a bit of variation here. It's been well grabbed by Aliaga on his birthday. Echeverri kicks again, ricochets off Astoy. Biel Biarre didn't want to get himself offside, and it's opened up here potentially for Uruguay, but the ball's gone forward. Opportunity there for Los Teros once again.
Oh, he needed to hold their ball there on their far side.
Last scrum, very good. Thank you.
Here's a nice chip and pine. Fortunately, it goes their way. These offsides has to pull out, they go out wide, but this pass, you can't have this 50-50, just hold it, reset.
Agree. So is this player's height? Last one's good. Keep it up. Let's go, please, blue.
That's the try store, Nicolas Freitas.
The weight much better.
With a missed opportunity.
Very good. Okay, let's sit, please, blue. Let's go. Uruguay. Hold the weight, last scrum, excellent. Hold the weight. Crouch!
So 31.5 minutes gone. You can see the yellow and red card, top left of screen. We await the decision on Taufa Whenua. Good scrum there from Uruguay. They are against 7 and they make the most of it. They get the penalty decision. What do they do here, Carlton?
I think you got to go for the post for mine. Just keep it close, eke out the points. The march down the field because of the old discipline from France. Great at kicking the ball as well. I think you got to take the points.
We'll just keep hold of this mark here.
Or you know what?
Hold time off.
We go the line out.
Anthony. It's okay. The yellow card will remain a yellow card. Okay, there is direct contact with the head, there is high danger. However, there's mitigation because of the second tackler, the player drops. So he'll come back on after the 10 minutes. Okay?
Well, big relief for France and Romain Taufa Whenua. When his 10 minutes in the sin bin is done, he will be back out onto the field. But it's still 15 against 14 here, and a chance for Los Teros to make as much of this one-player advantage as they can.
And it's in the forwards as well, so that's why they probably made this decision. So massive, massive chance here for Uruguay to get their second try.
They go to the front of the line out to Aliaga, who's been impressive, the number 4.
One!
Pujadas, the hooker, has it at the back. Arasa willing them on further. They're getting closer, Uruguay. Now they play. The captain Villaseca, and they're in. It's Felipe Echeverri, who has a second try for Uruguay.
It was the line run by the skipper, though, Andreas Villaseca, and jersey number 12. Firstly, it was taken down brilliantly. They set up strong, they withstood, but he's in the headgear. There's the late back ball, there's players of motion in the round, and there's the score for Uruguay.
The Uruguay coach during the week said that his team can do something special. He said they're crazy about making history in this World Cup, and he hopes it would be historic. And this Uruguay team doing some pretty good things here tonight in Lille.
Well, this man, Felipe Echeverri, he and his brother Thomas have been playing for the Lost Settle Sevens team.
We're going to review this.
And we're going.
Being our on-field decision is try.
Back to the TMO.
We just want to make sure that there's no obstruction in the lead up to that try.
Yeah, I'm going to show you actions of 13 causing obstruction to the French defender. I'll show you 2 angles, a tight and a wide. Here they come.
Inciarte is the one from Uruguay who's been looked at in jersey number 13. Oh, he's made contact with the defence. Oh no, this will be pulled back. He's initiated, not the defender. You see the defender's coming across the 13. Ran into it.
Jimmy, maybe I'll disallow. So we're going to disallow this try. Ben, are you happy with the penalty?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, back on me.
Totally correct call here from the TMO.
No try. Although the Uruguayan player is in position to receive the pass, he makes contact on the outside, he stops a potential tackler, so we have penalty against Uruguay for that. Happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
So the player's on the outside shoulder, he makes contact with the French player, and he stops the potential tackler making a tackle.
He's an option for mine.
Yes, you're right, he's an option, but because he hits him on the outside, he stops him pushing wide.
That's what the move.
He must run on the inside of him. It was he that initiated the contact. Thank you, Andreas. Is it the penalty here?
Well, a fair explanation
Just
from
wait.
referee Ben O'Keefe. No try, Uruguay. Remains 13-5.
Just hold, just hold. Okay, ready? Yep.
Big moment in this game, especially 6 minutes out from half-time. France hold on. Oh, man, oh, man.
And the clearance kick up towards halfway.
Look at the actions of the 13. He's hit the outside defender. There's no way that Moefana can get across an obstruction. Totally the right call. Well done. Process works.
Good
now,
space.
Uruguay cannot allow France to get any more points before the half.
Well, you dream about those moments that Felipe Echeverri just had taken away from him. Woki become a crucial player for France after that Paul Willemse withdrawal from a 33-man squad.
Up now, no!
Just ahead of the tournament starting. France now, I think they're just going to try and soak up seconds off the sin bin of Tafu Fanua here.
No, back, Uruguay!
Luku kicks. Basso can't hold on, but hasn't gone backwards. Now it's gone forwards off Villaseca.
Number 9, he
things
scored.
up for crossing as well.
Now, what do you do here for France? Do you take the guaranteed points or do you go for the throat and go to the corner?
Runs across. He's not going for the ball.
I think you go to the corner here if you're the French.
And you can see the time on the sin bin of Tafu Fanua.
Number 9
just
runs
under 90
across
seconds
and
now.
stops. Obstruction.
They're under their post. Only seconds ago with the French. Now they have an opportunity to try and come away with some points. This will be devastating for Uruguay if they allow this.
That's a good kick from Luka again, wasn't it?
Great kick, contestable. Comes off the leg here, but there's the knock-on by the skipper.
Bugarit. Well taken in by Woki. Leaping high with the right hand. And now France with 7 forwards. And now Villiers off his left wing. It's been stripped away again, has it? By Uruguay, brilliantly done by Nicolas Freitas. He's come all the way across from his left wing to help out the forwards there. Pushing 50 caps all time, Freitas. Plays his rugby in France, probably speaks very good French, might have read that one very nicely. That's been touched, has it? No, it will be a France throw to the line out.
They're just so good in these small areas. Uruguay, so adept at turning the ball over. They really love that part of the game, and well, they've negotiated it pretty well, the home team, that yellow card.
Just worth reminding you the mitigation factor. You did call it at the time, Carl. You thought it would have been a yellow with the player falling to the floor. That was the mitigation that saved it from being a red on review. Astoy, Vincent, Boudéon with the carry. Bourgarit, so many touches for the La Rochelle hooker. So back to the full complement here, France, and they've got another penalty.
On the
Racking
ground
up
and then
now
scoop. Not supporting body weight, second time.
Uruguay just leaving their feet there.
Yeah, now it's quite cynical, so they have to be wary here, Uruguayans. I think if they give away 2 more, they're going to have a player off the field, especially in this area of the 22.
Astoy goes to the corner. Have a listen to the noise here now.
Make sure we got the right numbers here, mate. Yeah. On the line.
Well, he's been the primary target, Cameron Woki. I think they change it up and go for another option here, do France, and change the point of attack.
Gelon's at the front. And he's the target. Anthony Gelon brings it down, and here they come now, the big blue blanket. Advantage coming France's way. It's on the floor. They've got a 3 hits here, Lebleu. Talfa Fanua, low driving.
Advantage, offside.
Repelled by the Los Teros defence, but they pick and go again, France. They're fighting for their lives here, the South Americans. They spin it to Astoy, the chip kick for Villiers. It's just a little bit too heavy.
Like I said, they had the free play. Just overcooks it by a couple of metres. Why not? Tudor shuffled him defensively.
Okay, captain.
Here we go. Here's the warning, I think, from Uruguay.
Andreas, this is going to be a warning against your team for multiple penalty infringements. We're going to collapse on them all here and then offside, okay? Too many penalties against your team, especially down here. If it doesn't change, it'll be a yellow card. I'll let you talk to your team now, please. Yep,
You
discipline down here.
9-4, almost double figures. Next one's a yellow.
Yeah. Number 3, number 7,
I think they
offside.
go the line out again. Geelong just talking to referee
Scrum
Ben
call.
O'Keefe. Scrum, here we go, geez. This is a 50-50 call the way this half has gone. Man, this is a big call by the skipper. I don't know about calling the scrum. It gives the Uruguayans an opportunity to get out of this half without leaking any more points. I would have definitely gone the line out, but
Short dead ball errors here at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy football stadium. Just a little overcooked. Look at with the back line set wide.
Keep it on.
Behind this scrum.
Oh, there it is. Both players down.
Look who plays. Moefana. Yore Moefana. 5 metres out. Sekou Makalu picks and goes.
There it is.
Just got in front of each other there, put themselves offside. And it's worked out for Uruguay.
Geelong, the skipper, inexcusably goes right through the middle of the ruck, and that's a good hold from the Uruguayans. Deserve that.
Well, they'll take their medicine here. Captain of France here this evening, and perhaps a little relieved that the yellow card to Romain Tarpofenil was not upgraded to a red on mitigation. There he is, the big tight headlock. So Uruguay denied a try to Felipe Echeverri before the break. Conversion would have closed it to a point. But here we are at 13-5. And all set to go for the second half. Uruguay did win 2 opening games at previous Rugby World Cups. But this is a different beast. Pull off a break here. Who knows? Echeverri gets the second half underway in Lille. France now left to right. Jaminet brings down the restart.
Can't use it! No.
Some deep conversations going on inside that French dressing room at half-time. 12 changes, of course, to the starting 15 after the opening night win over New Zealand. And here's Bautista Basso, excellent half defensively for Uruguay. They're going to work at the short side here, and bursting through is the fullback Amaja. He's got support as well. He's on a weaving run. Baltazar Amaja, carried on by Inciarte. What a break from Los Teros. What a start to this second half. They will go the same way, through the hands of Echeverri. Some of these Uruguayan backs have got real X-factor.
Advantage, hands on!
Advantage coming their way as well here. They're going to use their backline once more. Flat ball. And the full-back Amaja, who made the original break, can't hold on.
Yeah, he come from deep in behind. Their numbers really flat, and he just comes around a nice pass of Echeverri, I think it was. They've got to go to the line out here.
Well, these sevens players for Uruguay: Echeverri, Amaja, Basso, causing France problems.
Okay, good space, Blue.
They will take that line out in the corner.
See, he just appears just very, very late, in the French defence cannot reload because of that, and the head numbers loaded to the right-hand side. There was a big tackle from Moefana for France to stop that raid.
Need to bring the ball down from the set piece. They win it at the front through Aliaga. And they've got a bit of momentum here as well.
On the ball.
There's some separation. It's been shoved back by Bugaritz.
Okay, there it is.
Still available, but it's been smuggled away. And now Luku can kick it clear.
Oh, big work from Brock and Aldegiri, the two props of France during that maul. There's the big number 3. Bulgarit is also involved. He's got hands on the ball, and there's the knock on and loose. And this from Uruguay turns it over.
Gavin Villiers doing well, the winger. Speaking of sevens players, another attacking opportunity coming off his right wing is Bautista Basso. He's been held up by Moefana, told to let go. He got his knees to the floor, did Basso. Here's the number 8, Diana. Echeverri. Inciarte. Now Dar with the carry. France, though, will get a penalty here. Just rolled on the floor there. In fact, it was the hooker, Guillermo Pujadas.
Oh, this is a tough one. Referee Ben O'Keefe has adjudicated there was an extra roll. I actually thought it was momentum in real speed. Turning the ball over, and the French 22 are now giving away, and the penalty in between the 22s has allowed this French team after a nice kick, just marching to the 22 of Uruguay. Unfortunate. Here's the shot taken against Walkie. Here he's come along and, oh, geez, I think that's tough myself. He's trying to turn around and place that.
He made his debut in 2018 for Uruguay Pujadas. Couple of lost lineouts for Uruguay, none for France so far, but we have one now, not straight from Bugarit.
And I think this is a consequence of so many changes
Out here.
from the team. They started off on their first half, then they started to go wide in their game plan, France, and now they've lost all momentum going forward, and it's starting to Constantine in situations like this. Woki is well and above everyone else, but it's just unfortunately down his side of the line out.
The frustrated face of Pierre Bugarit. Remember the backstory coming in, Julien Marchand out for 4 weeks, we're hearing, with that hamstring injury, potentially.
This has been a real contest. Both teams have lost scrums on their own feet.
Yeah, it was looking dicey early, wasn't it, for Uruguay, but by hook or by crook, dark arts, as you say, Carl, they found a way to stable their scrum, stabilise it. And they get another one, another penalty. See the number 8 there, Manuel Diana, with his hands in the air. Makes a massive difference to get a decision in that part of the field.
They're doing it every time they're in the Uruguayan 22. Not hitting and holding, they're trying to overpower them. And the Uruguayans, to their credit, are not holding their weight, so the French are looking like they're pushing past the mark. And a lot of concern faces, especially the skipper there in his white shirt, Dupont.
Yeah, he's gone casual. He's got Doncy in front of him, he's in the t-shirt. There's Julien Marchand, top right, who has that hamstring injury. Speaking of hookers, 7 penalties against France now after that. One at the scrum. Out the back again to Basso. Quick feet again from the old boys club in Montevideo. Just the error there on the floor, little inaccuracy. That's unfortunate.
2 times they've taken into the last 2 rucks and have turned the ball over there, Uruguay. They can't continue to give France opportunities. We've already seen Luka and how dangerous he is off the base of the scrum. Just fighting for the pill. You've got to give it to the French team there. Just making that uneasy.
We perhaps shouldn't be surprised by the closeness of this scoreline. Fully professional outfit for 4 years now, this Uruguayan team, and the Penarol franchise in Super Rugby Americas. Daniel Orcade, the ex-Pumas coach, now World Rugby High Performance Consultant, has installed a pathway in South American rugby, and it is making a tangible difference to the improvement of the South American nations. Of course, Chile at their first Rugby World Cup here as well. That's a better scrum from France. Well, behind Astori, though, has to scoop it up, tries to offload to Moefana. Vincent's through, but
stepping back and hinging, number 1.
Still very messy, though, from this French outfit. You can see there, they're trying to talk to the referee. I think they've just got to go back to basics for mine. It's not about winning with 5 points. I'm sure they had that at the beginning of the game, but now it's just winning. That's all you need to do. Don't worry about the extra point. You've got to do the basics well and then build on that, in which they haven't earned the right to go wide yet. And this is the direct reason why they're taking the points.
Well, Melvin Jaminet has a rocket on his boot. He kicks them from long range very often.
Well, they call it hinging. You can see the power comes on. So on this near side of the prop, there's only one way to go, and that's hinge his shoulders down towards the ground.
Sanguinetti again on the loose side having issues. So 56 metres just on the angle for Melvin Jaminet. That crouch in the hands on the shorts. He's got plenty of distance as Jaminet, but it will just miss to the left.
They've left a lot of points out there, haven't they? Whether it be off the tee, whether it be opportunities in the 22 of Uruguay, and he knows it too. He's got to get that out of his mind. Jaminet, next job.
He scored 20 points against the All Blacks in Paris 2 years ago. 19 against Fiji in a World Cup warm-up. Around about 88%. That's why he's been picked for this team, Melvin Jaminet. Long-range goal kicker. And here he is, kicking it high, almost as high as the roof here, which is open tonight in Lille, and it's fallen into the hands of Gabin Villiers. And he will not score. An easier try than that, but they will check it.
I think this has come off a French player off the shoulder. James Dolman is the assistant referee. In the contest, I saw a high blue top, so I think it's going to be called back myself.
We've got a ground. He wants to make sure there wasn't a clear knock on in the air.
I thought initially it
Whether
did
it's off
come
the
off
chest or
a
it
French
comes off
player.
the arm.
Yeah, here's your best angle for it now. It's knocked on, and here's your best angle. Here they come now, Ben.
Yeah, it looked a little fortuitous, didn't it, for Gabin Villiers?
Oh, it's the skipper. Unfortunate.
Hitting his shoulder there.
It hits the top of the arm.
Sorry, it hits his arm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got no try there. You happy with that?
Yes, agree.
Okay, back on me.
Again, more points left out on the park by the home team.
I'll say this.
Camera's coming on you now, Ben.
Yeah, so we have no try. Here comes back on, no try. Got a knock on, it comes off the shoulder. Uruguay scrum.
And all these missed opportunities, Carl, and a few decisions going against France. Perhaps frustration just starts to seep in into the heads of the likes of Anthony Gillon.
1, 2, and 3 subs. Knock on, Anthony.
And subs coming on now as well. These three were waving their finger when the try was scored, saying there was a problem with it, but they're on to do their job now. It is Gadas, Benitez and Puisi coming on for the Uruguay team.
Substitutions as well.
All change in the front row. Matias Benitez, the loose head prop. Changes for France as well. So 5 changes for France. The front row, Talfa Fanua and Gillon all head to the sideline.
I think this is a direct result of going side to side. I think French coach Fabien Gaultier wants some go forward. He wants some muscle. And that's what he'd be asking for. The French have really
Time on.
fallen into the trap, I think, of Uruguay, making it messy, trying to go wide to wide.
It must be enormous relief for Anthony Gillon to get through those 48 minutes, given he's been 6 months out, his first game of any kind, let alone club or country, let alone a World Cup. That will do him a great amount of good as this tournament continues. But it's still 13-5. We're just about on 50 minutes through. Challeura in the engine room now for France. Francois Cross at number 8, and the power came on, but Uruguay get it away to Inciarte. Danger getting themselves offside there, the line speed from France. Echeverri has kicked to Jaminet. He's going to run it back this time, the Toulouse fullback. Originally of Perpignan. Challeura with his first touch. And a penalty for Uruguay. Brilliant work from Manuel Ardao, the number 6.
Oh, again, a turnover at ruck time. They just live here. They love it. Straight over the ball. They're just so tough to move. Very low center of gravity for Manuel Ardao. They're just keeping themselves in positions to turn ball over. Here's the nice shot. Goes down and then straight on the ball. Look the way he's hunting that ball.
Yeah, you might have seen a hand on the floor, but the referees have told us if they get the ball first and then put a hand on the ground, that's okay. They're going to award that jackal, and that's what they've done to Ardao. They go to the back of the lineouts. Here come Los Teros once more.
No!
Crowd's gone a bit quiet here in Lille.
He's in the middle. He's fine. Down by Uruguay.
Just broken up slightly, that driving line-outs. Going in to help out is Freitas, that scrum half. And here's the number 7, Civetta. Freitas again darts off the base. Here is the regular scrum half, Arata now. Gets his knees to the floor and they have to let go. They pick and drive once more. Uruguay there, edging closer here. Echeverri out the back to Amaja. Amaja! Amazing! Absolutely amazing! Baltazar Amaja has scored a quite brilliant try for Uruguay. Take a bow, Baltazar Amaja.
There's the back door again. They get on the outside to see the way he hits the ball. He's running at speed. There's no way the French defence, which is stagnant, can get across. He has the hold. He absolutely gashes him, does Amaja.
I spoke to Pablo Buesa before the match today, and he's talked about the preparation that this Uruguayan team has had. 2 months of training leading into this, and he said if they can emulate what they've been doing at training, they could go okay tonight. Some changes too coming for the Uruguayans coming up. We're going to see Ardao coming off and Diana coming off as well, and replacements coming on, Bianchi and Deos replacing those two.
Felipe Echeverri to make it a 1-point game. Denied a try of his own in the first half. Echeverri from wide out. He's hit it pretty well. Yes, the flags are up. Echeverri gets the extra 2. Hold on, everybody. Something might be happening here in Lille tonight.
Oh, Echeverri's the one that gave the assist to his fullback. Just pulling the strings. Now, what is France's reply?
Well, they're under pressure now, France. Against a team ranked 14 places below them on the World Rugby rankings. What a try. Baltazar Amaja. These sevens players, I'll tell you what, for Los Teros, that's been charged down, though. By Peto Malvaca, he reels it in. Malvaca! Try awarded.
Try there. I agree.
Peto Malvaca has come off the bench, charged it down,
It's a bit messy there,
and scored a try for France.
He was a difference maker in the opening game, Malvaca, and he's come on and done it again. The impact that this man has, the influence he has shown in 2 games has been massive for this home team. They got it wrong. Echeverri, he kicks it into his own player, so that is play on. And Malvaca, look at his concentration, look at his strength, look at his skill, big man. Go get you some of that.
You're right, the ricochet, but the awareness and the skill set of Peto Malvaca, his 7th try for France. And a chance here for Jaminet to take France to 20 points. From that kind of range, no problem for Melvin Jaminet. France 20, Uruguay 12.
It's allowed this crowd to come back into it now as well. They've been waiting for an opportunity to be able to cheer this French side, and they've had to wait a little while, but they'll find their voice again now here in Lille.
Peto Malvaca. You get the feeling we're going to be seeing a lot more of him at this tournament, the way he's playing enough with that injury to Julien Marchand. Big, deep kick into the hands of Amaja to Echeverri.
Okay, Uruguay, to me!
Jaminet sees a lot of green space in behind Arata, who's herring back for this. Looking for a 50-22, just bounces in field, but has Arata knocked it on. He hasn't. But we will go back for a penalty.
Number 14 was advancing in front of the kicker. Number 14. Advancing in front of the kicker.
Basta Show has been pinged there.
Obviously, you have the penalty here or the scrum from the kick. It's a penalty. No, the scrum will be where he kicked.
Well, I think BRA was in front of the kicker, but they did have a penalty previous to that, so that's why they've come back.
Okay, they've chosen the scrum from the kick. Back here.
So they had the option here.
Because 14 was in front of the kicker, it's a penalty for where he's in front, or a scrum where he kicks it.
So they're going to come back for a scrum where the ball was originally kicked before Basso got himself offside.
So here it is here. Look on the far side of the field. He's right in front and he's advanced. He's never gone back.
Subs. Let me explain, because we have substitutions.
It's a technicality. O'Keefe will explain
here. When a player's
here.
in front of the kick, they get two options. Yes. Uruguay, your player who kicks, 14's in front, so they get the penalty there, or they can choose to have the scrum here where he kicked it.
Yes, another change coming in for France in the second row this time. Kamiwaki is coming off and Thibaut Flamot is on for the French side.
So substitutions for Uruguay.
Changes for Uruguay as well. Felipe Aliaga, who's had a very good game, the number 4, leaves the field, replaced by Ignacio Dotti. And Arata, the scrum half, has been replaced by 32-year-old Augustin Omajea, who's playing in his 3rd Rugby World Cup.
I just get the sense now this French team are just going to lift the tempo just a little bit for this last quarter.
Beos in shirt 21 is out there for Manuel Diana, number 8, but an attacking scrum now for France, and the power comes on. There's the advantage. Look who's going to come around the blind side, puts it on the toe for BRA. It beats everybody. They'll come back.
Advantage, collapsing, scrum.
You can see the intent there. By the finishers of France just flexing their muscles.
We've considered 13 penalties now of the South Americans, and now they'll be forced to defend this line out.
They just go so deep in their squad, this French outfit, and they're definitely looking a lot fresher now.
Malvaca throws to Flamot. Boudillon's in there. Malvaca has it at the back. Already a try in this half. Good momentum from France. Crowd lifting their forward pack. Momentum stopped slightly and it's gone to deck with Luku. And they'll be forced to play here, France. Malvaca wants a decision. He's not going to get it. And Uruguay will get the feed to the scrum.
Oh, Bianchi there, jersey number 20. Did fantastic work. He just made a nuisance of himself. They've been doing pretty well to go through that French rolling maul after they got momentum. And when it went to deck, it doesn't have to move. Lucas Bianchi.
Very good.
There's Augustin Omajea in the 22 shirt. Comes from a very famous Uruguayan rugby family. Here's a look at the replay.
It comes in there, Malvaca. They have it under control seemingly, but Lindekar goes through. There's the tackle. Was there a tackle release on the deck?
Okay, hold.
Well, they have put France off their game, Uruguay, at times tonight, no doubt about it. Still just 8 points the difference.
Sit.
Omajea feeds it, they're under pressure, but the front rows are down and it's another straight-arm penalty. That's 7 at scrum time against Uruguay now.
Oh, look at that shot of the pitch, absolutely destroyed after that scrum. Look at that there, just shows you the pressure that went on. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Well, Paul Boudin
Okay, Scrum.
doing
Let's
the best
move away
impression
from
of a
this, please.
groundsman, just relaying the carpet there.
And they picked
Tighten
another
this
scrum
side
here.
down.
Here,
Okay,
France.
I need him to stay straight.
If we have the ball fast out, and the scrum is down, we can
Here's the
play.
pressure.
Faster
Needed to get out right there.
He's gone down. And the ball's
Goes
been
down
won.
because
Okay.
of that dirt. That's a tough one, I think. That has to be reset in Uruguay for mine.
And almost impossible to keep a secure footing there when it peels up like that. Francois Cross is stamping it down now. But this is a razor-sharp opportunity for France. Score here. And they can perhaps breathe a little.
I think this is a massive scrum in the context of this game. Like you said, Rupert, if France are able to get points, they'll start, I think, just eking out a little bit. If Uruguay are able to handle the hit and try and find a way out of it for another great escape, have they done all game long, and they're still in it.
Stability on the set. Locks. Thibaut, stability on the set, not pushing forward. Meet in the middle, no pulling back, okay? Both teams, both teams. Come in.
And that's the tactic they've been very good at tonight, Uruguay, just pulling back and getting penalties of France to give the optics that France are not holding their weight and pushing early.
You can see on the momentum tracker how this game has swung to and fro. First try to Uruguay. Stadium was in a state of shock. France hit back. Second half, brilliant finish from Amaja. And then Malvaca replied for their blow. Looking for a third try here. France. But again, the penalty goes against them.
Loses the bind.
They lose the bind on the
Bind to
loose
the
head
ground,
side.
loose head. Bind goes to ground.
Reza Wadzi penalised for France.
And they get out of a hole. Not for the first time tonight. Len Dakar knew how important that was. He goes up after the penalty is given.
Yeah, time off. 9 subs.
Look at that pressure. There's the bind that is lost. The elbow is down, and it is the correct call.
And it's the work of Ronaldo
Happy.
Piusi on the tight head side for Uruguay. 140 kilograms as Luku gets replaced by Baptiste Couillou for France. Change at scrum half. There is the man from Lyon. Actually captained France in an Autumn Nations Cup final a few years ago. Uruguay desperately trying to get out of their own half here. Almost knock it on, but they're going to keep playing. Nice offload, and here's Freitas. Advantage, high tackle, out the back, chipped ahead by Betachese in 23. He knew it was a free hit. Thus the kick and hope, but they do have the straight arm penalty, and they can get some more territory now.
Ill discipline. Once again, rearing its head for the home team, allowing Uruguay, who are stuck only 5 metres from their try line, to exit easy. They just can't afford easy let-outs. And there was a lazy tackle over the top from a French defender that has allowed this. It's going to be Couliard, I think it is, just seeping up a little bit, try to pull out too late.
Well, you talk about difficult second albums after the opening night in Paris. Uruguay have called plenty of the tune this evening. Facundo Gatas from the old Glory Club in Major League Rugby in the USA throws the line out here. Zoti. On the chair at scrum half to big Manuel Lendeka. Bianchi. Change of direction. And Majer just holds on here, and going in to help out at scrum half is Felipe Betachese. These players very adapted at playing several different positions. The head coach Menezes talked about that during the week. The variety they might need to bring to their game, and almost another break there for Amaja. This is Carlos Deos. Good go forward over on the far side.
It's fine. Play on,
says the referee. France might have won this one back. No. They get done for leaving their feet.
He's gone off feet at the ruck, win that ball.
Francois Cross penalised this time.
Yeah, I think initially it was okay, but then they fell off and sealed the ball off, so Uruguay couldn't compete at that ruck.
Yeah, for me, there's some scrum penalties.
But the last three
I'll be watching, thank you.
penalties have been from Les Bleus. And the back end is Uruguay were only moments ago in their 22. Now they find themselves 15 metres out from the French line.
Okay.
Cross thought he had it, but his hands were on the floor. How good's Baltazar Amaja been this evening? Class from the Uruguayan fullback. Taken down at the front by Doty. Los Teros looking to close the gap and make it a one-score game, but they've knocked it on.
Knock on, guys.
Oh, it looked like they had it under control. There was a lot of yellow jerseys right there in the act of transferring it back. I think there's a loose carry. Every time they threatened to just unlock this French defence and the rolling wall, just a couple of mistakes, handling in particular.
Keep the setup going well. Yeah.
Just starting to sting them a little bit.
I'll tell you what, Uruguay came to this tournament probably looking at Namibia, Italy to get third place in the pool and maybe qualify automatically for the next Rugby World Cup. But here they are.
Lines up, nice and steady.
Still just 8 points down. Less than 13 minutes to go. And they're putting France under pressure here. Can they win another decision at scrum time?
Crouch! Fine! Sit!
Penalty France.
You see it, head and shoulders.
Sipili Falatea was lying flat out on the deck there, and I think that Macias Benitez might have thought that could have gone the other way.
I think he might have had a case there too, but these scrums, they have been a scrap right from the start, right there. Yeah, see, I think he's very hard done by.
Well, he's done him for pulling it down. Great story, this guy. Debut 2010, missed out selection at 2 World Cups, finally getting his chance here in 2023. Jaminet, lovely hands from the fullback to reel it in with the left hand. Into Uruguayan hands.
So no advantage. Hey, stop!
Bit of afters.
I'm not going to let you go quick because they're having a push. All right.
Paul Boudin involved.
Comes off the Uruguay foot and then it's played by his player in front. Offside.
Just accidental offside there, unfortunately, from Uruguay. So it's now their turn to allow France, through ill discipline, march down the field.
Astoy into the Uruguayan 22. Unfortunate that for Uruguay, just getting themselves offside. The way that Baltazar Amaja came up to shut the door on the touchline side there. Defense has been outstanding tonight for the most part from the South Americans. Makalu wins it at the back, and it's a knock-on from France. So as we approach the final 10 minutes, Uruguay will have a feed to this scrum. Puzzled looks on the sideline.
It's just been messy, absolutely messy, right from the, think about the 15-minute mark.
15, please.
This is good work, but then in the way he's able to get his hand there, it's actually Lendekart who's made a nuisance of himself once Makalu comes down. And that's what they do. They make a nuisance of themselves as Uruguayan team, and it's worked for them. It's made it a stop-start affair. They've made 50-50 calls go their way, and they deserve it. They're a very scrappy outfit. I like it.
But watch out, Italy, on Wednesday night.
6.
Down in Nice. 10 minutes to go. 8 points the difference. Here come Los Tenos, and running it out of their own 22 is the captain, Villaseca, but they've lost the ball now. It's in the French hands, it's Makalu. Brilliant quick feet for a big man. Couillou goes to Vincent. Cut out to Makalu again. Astoy. Falater. He offloads in contact to Wadi. Stripped away by Freitas for Uruguay. Brilliant from the left winger. Loose ball, but again, another penalty. You've got to credit Gabin Villiers there for not giving up on the fight.
The longer it stays close, the more of a scrap it becomes. There's the potential. The second one was good for Francois Gross. And then Freitas says, you know what? I'm going to get amongst the big boys and rip it back as well. I got some strength, and there's a little knock-on, little mistakes. I think it's performance
I don't believe so. I thought it was
for opponents in this pool. For Uruguay, I will say, you know what, we're not going to sleep on them. But B, also for France, a lot of the top teams will be saying after game one, well, now I'm game two. They're not unbeatable, the home side. Under pressure, I know it's not their top team. A lot of big boys out, that's for sure, on the sideline. But
it's remarkable, really, as the players take on water, the rise of these performance nations that they call them now, as opposed to high performance, the top tier. The investment that World Rugby have put in to the likes of the Black Lions in Georgia, Penarol in Uruguay, Selknam in Chile. Super Rugby America's really making strides as these developing nations arrive on the big stage and say, we're not here just to compete. We're 8 points behind with 8 minutes to go against the big guns, the host France.
a great attacking opportunity now, though, for the French. Can still get a bonus point if they score a try here. 8.5 minutes, so plenty of time, but they have to start holding on the ball and building momentum.
Couillou to Astoy, just has to check his run slightly. Here's Morifana, inside ball to the scrum half again, Couillou. Makalu arrives, picks and goes. Mavaka, quick hands to Wadi. Mavaka at scrum half again there now to Francois Cross. Good reload for Couillou. Vincent out the back, and look, it's Louis Biel-Biarré, this young diamond for France. Might well have put this one to bed for Les Bleus.
It came from a nice run. I think it was from Buisi. Previous to this, there's some nice distribution to get it out wide from Hastoy. But I think it was Wadi, in fact, the one that actually got the momentum started right under the post. Got the go forward, and then from there they were able to attack on the front foot. And that were lethal.
And that shot to prominence in the Summer Nations series did Louis Biel-Biarré. Scored a try, set up another on his debut against Scotland at Murrayfield. It was a bolter selection. Hasn't had many opportunities tonight, but that was him all over. Jaminet from wide out. He's hit that high and true, has Melvin Jaminet. They can relax now. Matias Benitez and this Uruguayan team have emptied the tank here in Lille this evening. And now France just need to be smart. 27-12.
Here it is, here it comes, there it is.
6 minutes to go.
Okay, use it!
Kuyu, just his 6th test match. They're going to run it now. Here's Vincent to Moefana. Villiers denied a try a little earlier. Penalty, Uruguay.
You're sealing. I know, I understand you slip. Still seal the contest, 15.
Geez, they're a niggly outfit, this Uruguayan team, aren't they? They just won't go away. They've done this all night. The slip at the breakdown has deemed the sealing off from the referee.
Pavlo Bouza there on the sideline, the defence coach. And the losing bonus point coming into play.
9.
Facundo Gatas. It's been turned over by Sekou Makalu.
Fine, ball was turnover's good. Ball exposed.
But Uruguay have the ball back and now they can play. Bertocchese hands it off to his captain. Here he is, Bertocchese in the number 23.
Tackle!
He kicked the points that took them to victory against Fiji in Japan 4 years ago, and it's opened up for them on the far side. Amaja to Inciarte. Counter-up though from France. Makalu again. He picks it up. And Sekou Makalu
I believe it's just hit the feet coming through.
will seal it for France. The Parisian finishes it off for Leblanc.
Are we going to get confirmation?
CSU, on-field decision is try. Let's make sure it's not clearly kicked through that ruck, please. Huh? Who's in front, yeah. I think it's a counter ruck. We'll have a look.
Yeah, Ben, here's your best angle to show what you're asking for. It'll be coming up in a second.
Looked okie-dokie from the naked eye in game time. They punched all the way through on the counter against the French.
Here's the angle, Ben.
Yeah. So we see the counter ruck there, Ben.
Counter ruck, that's kicked through, that's play on. I think this is going to be okay.
Front on angle as well. Here's the front on.
He's clean through. There's no hands. It's come off the boot, and he's the one that reacted quickest.
Do you want to see any other angles?
Sign him off. Let's go.
No, he kicks it, so we've got to go back.
We can hear what the crowd think.
Yeah. So Ben, I believe that the player didn't know his counter ruck through. He can't kick it through there. He's got eyes on the ball. So we'll just allow a try back for the penalty.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ben.
Okay, so 7 comes through. The counter ruck's initially fine, but he's looking at the ball and he deliberately kicks that ball through the ruck. So we go back, no try, back for the penalty.
Well, it's a technicality.
He said it's deliberately kicked it through. That's the thing. You can counter rake and rake it back with your foot, but you can't deliberately kick it
he kicks it through.
out of the ruck. So it's been interesting to see one more look at it. I thought it wasn't deliberately kicked through, but obviously something's been seen.
This is where the counter ruck is?
That's exactly where it was.
Okay. Yeah, this is where the counter ruck, and he kicks it through. 10 metres. 10 metres. Okay.
Another question, was it even a ruck at that point? Had the ruck broken up, but Uruguay can kick to the corner here.
Here we go. Here's the tackle. Here's the shot. He comes in, drives through. He's not even looking at the ball. Oh, jeez. Anyway, we'll move on.
Makalu denied. Uruguay got it back on their side of the line-out, but onto it is Falatea for France.
Okay, use it!
Oh, the amount of times in the second half they've got themselves in scoring positions. Uruguay just haven't been able to secure a ball often enough. They wanted to go quickly, but it was a good chase from Villiers, prevented them from doing so. Well, they've scored 2 tries tonight, and 2 brilliant ones as well. Freitas off the cross kick in the first half, and then a brilliant finish from Amaja in the second. Another loose line out, though, from Los Teros.
Deliberate knock on there.
Deos has it. Deos gets through the tackle of Falatau, gets up holding his shoulder. Villaseca,
I'm going back to the penalty for that one, Jimmy.
who's led them brilliantly tonight. Here's Piusi.
Are you happy with that?
To the sounds of La Marseillaise, Uruguay keep charging into French defenders.
We've got the advantage, the penalty.
Omachea to Amaja, Inciarte. Crawls for another couple of yards. Playing under advantage here, they're going to get another penalty. 2 minutes to go, we're not done yet.
You must get back. Yeah, but you must start
Sure,
back.
the line out will be the option. Can they finally execute in the 22 of France with one of these lineouts in the second half?
Well, we've had a lot of penalties, 30 in all in this game, 16-14.
Time off, Jimmy.
But it hasn't taken away from the spectacle, because it's been captivating.
Well, they've shown up, that's for sure, and played their part. Uruguay are not going to get the win, but geez, they put everyone on notice in this pool. Look out.
Sekou Makalu with some tape on the wrist.
Hold them. Come on.
So Gatas with another attacking line out, and again it's Makalu with another steal.
This player's on.
Villiers hoofed it upfield, right down the middle. And there's Bautista Basso. His back 3 of Uruguay have been quite outstanding tonight. Freitas, Amaja, and Basso. There is Freitas playing scrum half. We were told by the head coach Menezes that might happen in this game. Adapting well here. Villaseca. Good quick hands again. Final minute now here in Lille. Uruguay. Amaja. They've got another advantage here.
On top.
And they might want to keep this one on the field, given what's happened to their line out of late. Quick ball and a heavy hit from Boudéon for France.
I know it's right at the end of the game. It's the same as Uruguay. We've had multiple penalties down here. The next one will be a yellow card if it continues, okay? Hands on top, not
Just the
rolling.
one yellow card tonight to Romain Tauffanua. One that went to the bunker, came back as a yellow on mitigation.
It seems for a long period now that Uruguay have had multiple chances in the 22 in this exact spot.
There you go, the last 4 penalties. That's 5. All in, but 4 against France as the non-playing reserves head to the sideline. But Uruguay was still something to say in this contest. They have well and truly risen to the occasion here against France and given the 50,000 inside the Stade Pierre-Mauroy a brilliant spectacle. And they're edging closer once more. I think even the French fans in the house will cheer this one if they get over, flicked on. Amaja has it. Biel puts him on the deck.
Ball's available there.
Carlos Deos, put on the floor by Flamand. The reload out the back for Uruguay. Here's Vilasek. He tries to get the ball away. It's advantage France, and here comes Malvaca. He's stripped by Bassel.
Just lost forward into a French player. That's the game.
And the clock is through 80 minutes. And the whistle goes. And Uruguay can take enormous credit from this contest.